everybody. Welcome into Studio 3 for the preview show. I have Jonathan Merryman. Indy was kind of crazy, but Kevin Harvick pulls away with the checkered flag.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the best races we've seen at Indianapolis in a long time. A lot on the line, but Kevin Harvick, I mean, he really went out and dominated that race and really ended up winning that by quite a big distance over Joey Logano. Put on a dominant performance. You know, they won 3 races in the past 7, so, I mean, he's getting hot at the right time. We've said it here week in and week out over the past 7 weeks.
Yep.
The 4-car, they've caught on strong, and he's right where he needs to be going into the playoffs.
We knew they would find it.
Yeah.
We thought they would find it,
Only
and they found it. Yeah. Well, the finale didn't disappoint, but now we're heading into the NASCAR playoffs. It's the opening race of the first round, the round of 16 at Las Vegas. What can we expect out there in the desert?
I mean, I think you can expect a lot of people trying a lot of different things, especially those guys towards the back end of the playoff, you know, bubble picture now, so to speak. They've got 3 races to either go get a win or point their way in above guys that they're, you know, seated below. So it's a good opportunity for guys like Clint Boyer, Eric Almirola, Ryan Newman to go out and try to forget the regular season a little bit and focus on the future of that program. Clint Boyer, he's really started to turn things around. He's been pretty consistent over the past couple of weeks. You know, the guys that have been good all year long are still going to be good. It's just, can somebody from the back of the field, the playoff field, come in and stink up the show for them?
Well, you and I have talked a lot about Joe Gibbs outpacing Team Penske, and we felt like that we were constantly talking about Team Penske in the start of the season. The last 2 races at Las Vegas are Team Penske winners with Joey Logano and Brad Keselowski. Can we expect them to show back up this week?
I would say you can expect Team Penske to start running a little bit better. I think if you look at the 12 of Ryan Blaney, he's been pretty consistent. He's run pretty well over the past couple of weeks. Brad Keselowski, he was pretty strong. He got taken out in one of those wild wrecks at Indianapolis, was pretty strong in Darlington a couple weeks ago. Joey Logano, a much-needed runner-up finish, a strong finish for the 22 team. So I would expect Team Penske to up their game, to be running a little bit better. I think they're well prepared for the playoffs. Todd Gordon, Paul Wolfe, everybody over there, they know what to expect going into these playoff races. So I think you can expect them to be back up front. One thing that they have going for them, we keep talking about Gibbs being over Penske a little bit, but Kyle Busch and Martin Truex Jr. just haven't had that level of performance as of late. So maybe they're in the same boat as the 22 and the 2 were towards the back end of the regular season.
So out of the Kyle Busch and the Martin Truex camp, can you look to one of those guys to maybe get back on track?
I mean, Kyle Busch is Kyle Busch, right? He's not going to lay down forever. He's irritated too. I mean, you could tell Indy weekend, you know, something's bothering him, and it's performance on the racetrack. That team's not running where they expect to. Yeah, he was running second place there in the closing laps at Darlington, hit the wall, and that kind of turned south for him a little bit. But he's used to winning. He hasn't won a race in you know, a long time. I mean, it's been, you know, how many weekends? 10 weekends maybe. But the 19 car, look for them to be good as well, Alex. You know, I think once the pressure starts to build, Adam Stevens, Cole Pearn, 2 crew chiefs for Joe Gibbs Racing, really thrive in that. Same with Martin Truex Jr. and Kyle Busch.
Well, I know that you talked to Denny Hamlin a couple days ago, and is he looking to continue his hot streak? Because he has peaked right in the summer months, and it just looks like he's carrying momentum into the playoffs.
Well, that's the way that it feels. But if you look at that race team, I mean, they come out, they win Daytona. They come out, overcome some adversity, and win Texas. And then they go out and he wins Pocono, and then he wins Bristol. So if you look at the season as a whole, he's really won in every kind of facet of the season, early, mid-season, in kind of the later part of the regular season. I will say this. I asked Gabe Hart and I asked Denny, you know, do you have a weakness in the playoffs? They said no. I asked Gabe Hart, I asked Denny, can you win a championship, yes or no? They both said yes. I don't see them missing Homestead. I think if you look at every round of the playoffs, there's a track.
You have them in your Champ 4 now.
Yeah, Denny can win a race in every round. You know, what's not to like about the 11 team right now?
Well, it could be the year that the 11 gets a championship. He's been due, I feel like. All right, Vegas, opening round of the playoffs. Who you got winning?
Oh, man. Let's see. So we're in Vegas. We take Penske into the equation. They've won the past couple races out here. But something just tells me that the Joe Gibbs Racing camp's going to wake up a little bit. You can't keep Kyle Busch down forever. It's the playoffs. It's time to go. He's a regular season champion. I'm going to take the 18 to find victory lane again this weekend.
All right, well, since you're taking the 18, I'm going to stay with another guy who does well under pressure. I'm going to go with the 4 of Kevin Harvick.
I think that's a solid pick
back
as well.
to back. He's going to go out west, and he dominated there last season anyway. So, all right, well, that's coming up. It's the opening race of the round of 16 for the NASCAR NASCAR Playoffs. We're racing at Las Vegas Motor Speedway Sunday at 7 p.m. on NBCSN. We'll see you guys right back here next week.